Ladies and gentlemen, today I shed light on a grave issue that has plagued our legal system. The corruption of the 36th District Court, located at 421 Medicine Street in Detroit, Michigan, zip code 48226. This institution, which should serve as a beacon of justice, has instead become a dark stain on the fabric of our society due to its blatant violation of both state and federal laws. First and foremost, one cannot ignore the numerous instances in which this court has shown complete disregard for the principles of justice and fairness. From unfair trials to biased judgments, it has become painfully clear that the proceedings in this court are far from impartial. Instead of upholding the laws and protecting the rights of the accused, the 36th District Court has become a breeding ground for corruption. State and federal laws have set specific guidelines to ensure that our legal system remains fair and just. However, the 36th District Court has repeatedly violated these laws, thereby undermining the very foundation upon which our justice system is built. The 36th District Court at 421 Medicine Street, Detroit, Michigan, 48226. They have been in violation of state and federal laws, committing extortion, committing bribery, committing perjury, covering up evidence, having misleading information, failure to commit to their oath of office, their abuse to the color of law and due process, and its mainstream abuse of power. They are breaking 18 U.S.C. 1001, 42 U.S.C. 408, 18 U.S.C. 241 and 242, House Joint Resolution 192, the 4th, 6th, and 14th Amendment, Corpus Delicti, 12 CFR 102.6.23, 18 U.S.C. 3571, 18 U.S.C. 1621, sua sponte, 12 CFR 226.3, 28 U.S.C. 1446, 8 U.S.C. 1503, 15 U.S.C. 1611, Quantine, 5 U.S.C. 3331, 28 U.S.C. 1746, 15 U.S.C. 2, the Plain Writing Act of 2010, 31 CFR 306.1, 15 U.S.C. 6802, 31 CFR 1.32e, 18 U.S.C. 894, 5 U.S.C. 552a, 18 U.S.C. 9, 18 U.S.C. 31, 15 U.S.C. 1666b, 15 U.S.C. 1681b, 15 U.S.C. 1681 and 18 U.S.C. 2331, 42 U.S.C. 1986, 15 U.S.C. 1692I, 15 U.S.C. 6802b, 18 U.S.C. 1951, 14 U.S.C. 1983, MCR 2.104, MCR 2.105, and for every violation, there is a penalty and or fine. This not only tarnishes the integrity of the court itself, but also erodes the trust we place in our justice system. Furthermore, it is crucial to highlight the impact that the corruption in the 36th District Court has on the lives of ordinary people. The very essence of justice lies in the idea that anyone, regardless of their social status or personal connections, can receive a fair trial. However, when this court disregards state and federal laws, the vulnerable and marginalized members of our society are the ones who suffer the most. Their voices are silenced and their rights are trampled upon, leaving them defenseless against an unjust system. It is our collective responsibility to address and rectify this lamentable situation. We must demand change and fight for a legal system that truly represents the ideals of justice, fairness, and equality. We must hold those responsible for the corruption in the 36th District Court accountable for their actions. This means initiating investigations, ensuring due process, and implementing measures that prevent such corruption from taking root in our legal system ever again. The corruption rampant in the 36th District Court at 421 Medicine Street, Detroit, Michigan 48226 is a grave threat to the principles of justice and fairness we hold dear. It is imperative that we acknowledge its existence and take immediate action to address this issue. Let us stand together, raise our voices, and demand a legal system that upholds the rights of all citizens and restores faith in the pursuit of justice. Or it will be time to shut them down. This message is to express my deep concern regarding the apparent violations of state and federal laws, universal commercial codes, and constitutional rights committed by our government and courts on a daily basis. It is with a heavy heart that I bring to your attention the incompetence and disregard on a daily basis for the rule of law that seems to prevail within these institutions. In recent years, it has become increasingly evident that our government and courts are failing to fulfill their duty to uphold and enforce the laws, policies, and rights that establish the foundation of our legal system. This systematic failure, occurring at various levels and across multiple jurisdictions, not only undermines the principles of justice, but also erodes public trust in those meant to protect and serve. One of the most alarming aspects of this issue is the consistent violation of state and federal laws. These statutes have been painstakingly developed to establish the framework for a fair and just society. However, it appears that our government and courts are turning a blind eye to these laws, favoring personal agendas or interests over the rights of individuals and the collective welfare of our nation. Furthermore, the universal commercial codes that were intended to regulate transactions and protect the rights of all parties involved now seem to be mere guidelines easily disregarded or manipulated to the advantage of those in positions of power. This undermines the legitimacy of our economic system and undermines the trust we place in its fairness and transparency. Perhaps what is most disheartening is the willful violation of the constitutional rights bestowed upon us as citizens. The government and courts, who are meant to be the guardians of these fundamental rights, have been instrumental in carteling basic liberties through policies and regulations that serve to stifle rather than promote our freedoms. This erosion of constitutional rights undermines the very essence of our nation and risks turning us into a society where individual rights and freedoms are no longer respected. It is essential for us to recognize that the principles of a democratic society, or the republic society, lie in the hands of all of its citizens. We have a responsibility to hold our government and courts accountable for their actions and demand change when they fail us. By advocating for transparency, justice, and adherence to the rule of law, we can begin to address the incompetence that plagues our legal system. In conclusion, it is imperative that the concerns outlined in this speech are given the attention they deserve. Our government and courts must be reminded of their roles and responsibilities in upholding the law, protecting our constitutional rights, and promoting a just society. Only through a concerted effort to address these issues can we hope to restore public trust and safeguard the principles upon which our nation is built. Thank you for your attention to this matter. I kindly request that you carefully consider the concerns expressed in this speech and take appropriate action to address the inherent incompetence within our government and courts. Together, we can work towards a brighter future where justice prevails and the rule of law is upheld.